Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cbrev. Welcome to my very first video for Madden 23. In this video, I'm going to be going over how I got my coin stack up to 530,000 that you see in the corner there, doing it all no money spent during the 3 days of early access. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you like MLB The Show stuff, that is actually my main game. I'll make sure the link to my channel there is in the description below. And this is also going to be episode 1 of our year-long no money spent series. I absolutely am not going to be spending any money on packs or anything this year. It just doesn't interest me. I'd rather try to get the best team possible, no money spent, and if we lose more online because of it, at least I didn't spend any money. We did get some pre-order bonuses, and obviously since we got early access, we were able to play the game 3 days early. That means we pre-ordered the All Madden edition, so we did get some extra stuff above just the standard edition of the game. But you can see in the corner, we haven't spent any of our 4,600 points. I don't know what I'm going to spend them on. I know a lot of people have been buying like the non-sellable, basically starter pack, the 44, the Elite Team starter bundle here. I didn't really want to buy this because I didn't want to spend all my points on cards that are non-sellable. I know you get the 100k quick sell, but I'm just gonna hold on to them for now. And yeah, so I got the 530k without even getting the 100k quick sell that a lot of other people started out with. You can see we played quite a bit. We're at level 17 in the field pass, and I guess I'll just show you where I'm at on the field passes in general. We're at level 17 for the main one. The competitive is only level 6, 41 points, and then the headliners is level 7 at 11,550 points. So we did get some goodies along the way. Basically, no money spent this year. You're going to want to put your main focus into completing these field passes because there's a lot of free stuff that you can earn. The competitive one is extremely time sensitive. Like, it's only 2 weeks long, and you actually need a decent amount of points to get like the main prize, which is Trevor Lawrence. Did I go past him already? I might have gone past him already. Oh, he's right here. 200 points. That's what I thought. So there's only 9 days left in the comp pass, and I'm only at 41 out of 200, like, to get this free 88. So I've been playing mostly solo battles to get it done. We'll see if we can actually end up finishing this out, getting at least 200 points in this field pass. I'm not feeling too great about it so far. Looks like we just got another random 10k coins from one of our field passes updating, so that's nice. We're up to 540 now. Let's actually get into how I made my coins, which is the entire point of the video. So first things first, we did our solos, right? No money spent. You want to do your solos. The most important one for sure right now is maxing out the team captains. So these solos weren't too bad. You want to make sure you get like max stars. So there's 2 stars and then 2 bonus objectives, or 1 bonus objective. And you just want to do basically every solo here because you're gonna want your team captain upgrade tokens anyway to make your team captain in 88 and upgrade them throughout the year. And this gives you 30k coins to start out with. So this is basically how I started my bankroll. I did every team captain solo, got my 30k. And was able to upgrade my team captain as well. I did get 23k from the early access, so you can't get that anymore. There were some solos for that, but even taking that away, we'd be at 517, so still over 500k. These headliner solos, I did some of them, but some of them are kind of annoying, so I haven't maxed them out yet. But basically, the only point of doing these is to get XP in the headliners pass, the field pass. They don't actually give any coins. I guess technically they do because you can make progress in the field pass, but I don't even know if those solos specifically are worth doing because you can knock out a lot of that field pass without doing them. There's a lot of challenges and such that you can do, and it's pretty easy to get the Derek Brown card, which is really what I wanted. 8,000 XP is nothing. You get a free 86 headliners D-tackle there, so good stuff. This lasts a lot longer. This is 2 months long, and you want to get to these fantasy packs for sure. These are B&D, meaning you can't sell them, auction them, or anything, but I'm literally holding out on buying Donald Parham until I get to this pack because it's a free Donald Parham, and then if you go all the way, there's more. But yeah, we started out doing our solos, mainly the team captain ones to get to our 30k. After that, we went straight to the auction house and we did some stuff that is basically how I make coins on this game every single year. So it's a combination of sniping for cards and taking advantage of the fact that people don't filter properly. So if you're new to the game, if you don't know how the auction house works, if you go to search for a card and your search terms are too broad, to the point where there's more than 100 cards that match your search terms, it's only going to show you the 100 cards closest to expiring. So that means when people are going to buy cards, like if I just went to buy an 80 to 81 and I didn't know how filtering works, and I sorted by buy now price, you could see that the cheapest card I could buy would be 11,250, but that is because it's not showing me every card. You can break this down, and some of you guys that are veterans in Madden know this already, but this is really how I made my coins. So you can break this down further if you increase the search terms. If I sort by bears, you can see now we're down to 9,600, which is a big difference from 11,000. And this is also not even filtered all the way, because you can see this first card here says 52 minutes. So that means there's 8 minutes worth of posted cards that it's not showing us. So we take advantage of that as sellers in the fact that we can overlist things more than they're actually worth consistently and still get them to sell. So basically what I've been doing, I was looking for 80 to 81s, and I was sniping golds as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I was going 80 to 81s, and I sort by newest. That's just better than buy now, because sometimes there will be like platinum cards that are like more than the lowest price available, but still lowest than what they quick sell for, if that makes sense. So sorting by newest is just better. And then I was just throwing out like random names or like letters to search for. So like I was doing BA, and instantly we see a Saquon Barkley for 85. We're gonna try to buy this, and we just sniped that for 85. And this is good that I got a card right away, so I can show you kind of the process. The nice part about the menu this year is after you snipe a card, you can just hit square to view item and go to auction, so you can just post it right away. And you can see the most recent sales. The one I sniped 8,500 and then 9,900 twice. So you would, in theory, think that this card sells for 9,900 on average. But he will actually consistently sell for more than that, because people don't know how to filter down their results all the way. So I'm going to post him for 11,750. That's pretty consistently what I've been selling these cards for. They do expire sometimes, but not as often as they sell. I just messed that up. So sometimes they expire, but it's not like there's a fee for posting cards or anything, so you can just repost it after an hour if it doesn't sell. And you can, by sniping the 80-81s, you can actually put them in the set if for some reason you just can't get a card to sell, and it's a set we'll talk about later in the video. But we'll post that for 11,750. If it sells, we'll make about 10.5 after tax, and so that's just straight 2,000 coin profit after tax from the card that we just sniped for. So this is basically what I was doing. You can tell that it's filtered down now because we're at 59 minutes, which is what you want to see when you're using a correct filter. But here's a trick for you as well. Because of the way they changed the interface this year, if you actually hit L1 to go over to sets, now it shows you a little extra screen you see in the top middle there where it says 0 items found. So if you go over to sets and then back to auction house, it will actually keep the items found screen on the auction house. And if the number is less than 100, it means you're filtering every card that you could see. So this is how I was determining what filters were good and what filters were bad. For example, I was doing GH, only 86 items showing. That tells me I'm good because it doesn't say 100. Something like what was the one I was doing? I think NE was maxed out. Yeah, so NE, I tried, it's 100 items found, and you can also tell that the first card on here is 44 minutes left, so we're missing 16 minutes worth of auctions. So this is not filtered down at all, so we're not going to get any snipes doing this. You can use the same search terms that I've been using, or you can find your own. FR is a good one, but there's not that many cards, only 49. I think BA and GH have been my best ones. They're pretty consistently like really close to 100, so that's a good amount of quantity while still being filtered down all the way. And yeah, we just sit here and snipe. Anything under 9k I think is a good price right now, especially if you're going to go ahead and do the sets later on. So that's the core really of how we've been making our coins. We've been looking for snipes, and we've been overlisting the prices after we buy them, and they're still selling regardless. So I've been doing this with the 80 to 81 elites, as you can see. There was also something else that I was doing. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. This should be like 1,300 coins when he sells. Something else I was doing, which doesn't work as well anymore because the prices of golds have inflated a bit. But I was actually doing the set to get an 80 to 81 player. So let's go to sets over here. I'm just gonna back out to get rid of my search terms. There's a set where you can put 3 80 or 78 to 79 overall golds into the set, and then it will then spit back out an 80 to 81 overall elite player. So this set right here is what I was sniping. Actually made the majority of my coins doing this, and there's multiple layers to how you can kind of, you know, turn these cards up and make more profit, and there's also multiple steps along the way where you can, you know, stop and just take your profit. So I was sniping 78 to 79 overall golds, and I was trying to buy them at around 2,700 or less. The card prices have actually gone up since then, and most of the gold cards I've been looking for, it's hard to get one under 3K. But even still, if you buy 3 of them at 3K, that's an elite card for 9K, which is what I told you was a good snipe on the 80 to 81 filter. So what am I actually trying to do here? So this is what I was doing. I was going to 75 to 79 and sorting by newest. Sorting by newest here on these golds is super important because it does show you 75 overalls, which doesn't help you. You need 78 or 79 specifically to put them in the set. So obviously the 75s are going to be worth a lot less. And then I was sorting by team. Obviously you have to sort by team and drill down a lot. As I say, there's no snipes. I see a couple here on the bears immediately. So this is really good. We get a 78 for 2,100, and then straight from the purchase of the card, you can just hit square, go add to set, and then 80 to 81 elite player. You can just add them to the set straight from the screen after you purchase it. Here's another one for 2,650. Again, before I was trying to get them 2,700 or under, because that was allowing me to make an elite player for 8,100 or less, which is a really good price point. Like I said, been a bit harder to find cards at that price point, but we've been lucking out a little bit. So this is just another variation of how you can, you know, do the same snipe that we were doing with the 80 to 81s. We're basically just constructing an 80 to 81 with golds instead of sniping them specifically. And you may have to scroll down a bit and be very careful as you look to these cards, because sometimes it's kind of hard to determine, you know, if they're 78 and what their price is and stuff. So you might see 2,500 here, but he's a 77, so it's not going to work for the set. Bingles has been a pretty good filter for this because of this Joe Burrow card, but people are pretty much done with their intro stuff now, so I imagine that won't maintain moving forward. Stuff like Buccaneers has been really good too, because any team that has like a headliner card that's 78, 79 was good. People aren't ripping those packs as much anymore though, so a little bit harder to see, but this is basically what we'd be doing. We'd go team by team just because you kind of have to filter down deep enough to get the correct snipes to see all the cards available to you. And then we would just add the golds to the set. I'm hoping I can snipe one more 78 here so we can complete the set and actually get our elite player. And then that's where I was stopping. I was actually just taking the elite player and overlisting again. Here's a 2,800. I'll just do that, especially since we already got the 2,100 earlier. So we made this elite card for under 8K, and it doesn't really matter what elite card you end up pulling. You're not going to pull anything good because it's strictly an 80 to 81 elite. But there were a few cards that sold for a little bit more. Specifically the Bills kicker and then Gilliam the fullback I think sold for a bit more, but prices may have normalized a bit more in that sense. So we get Tannehill, that's fine. We don't even need to check his price, it'll show us here. Again, everything's selling for around 10K. We're just gonna go ahead and post him up at 11,750, and he'll end up selling because people don't filter down all the way when they look for cards to buy. So that's what we were doing. We just basically made an elite player for like 7,500 coins, and then we post him. That'll sell for 10,500 after tax, so that's 3,000 coins of profit, and we were just doing that over and over. There's another method you can do with these sets to try to take it another step further. I mentioned earlier, if for some reason you're overlisting an 80 to 81 elite and you just can't get it to sell, there's a set that's available to you to still convert that card into profit. So this is the one that everyone's been doing, and mainly the reason I was stopping and just overlisting the elite card was because everyone was doing this set. Here it is, 84, not headliners, team builder, 84 overall team builder exchange. So this is the set or the method that everyone's been doing. This requires 3 80 to 81s and an 82 to 83. So if you snipe or create an 80 to 81 and you can't get it to sell, you can then toss them in this set and still make a profit. So the way that this works, again, I told you a good price point for an 80 to 81 was around 9K. So if you buy them or construct them for 9K or less, this part of the set's going to be 27,000. That's 9,000 times 3. Then you just need an 82 to 83 overall, which typically you can snipe for around 15K. Like a good price point for that would be 15K. Let's go take a look. I'm just going to filter by BA again because I know it's just Bakhtiari and it'll be quick. We'll see what his price point's at. But you go here, 82 to 83. Again, if you want to be conscious of the filter that you're using, mouse over to sets and then mouse over back to auction house. It'll keep you showing the items found, and then we'll do name search BA, which will show us Bakhtiari, and we'll see what his price is at. So right on the dot, 15K. This might actually even be worth buying considering the price point of everything else. This card's selling for pretty much 20K across the board, so 15K would be a good snipe. I'm just gonna buy this and repost it. I'll repost it for like 20. But that's an option for you to put it in the set. So if you're keeping up with the math and you're doing that team builder set, you can buy an 82 for 15K is a good price, and then the 380 to 81s at 9K each would be 27K. So in total, that's 42K to do the set. And if we go take a look at some of the team builders you can take, and it is a fantasy pack as well, so you can take whoever you want to sell. That ends up making basically every card from that pack the same price, even if it's a bad or a good card, just because you can pick whatever's most expensive to sell it. Anyway, let's take a look at, Steelers, because Devin Bush, I think, is one that I was kind of looking at. You can see these are selling for right around 48, 49, 50. You could probably sell this card for 50K, so that's 42K into 45K after tax. So that's kind of why I was stopping and just overlisting the elites, because it's a lot more work for basically the same profit. We sniped an elite, turned it around for 2K profit, whereas doing this headliner set, it requires you to buy or snipe 4 cards and then put it in a set and then sell the card for like 3K profit. But regardless, it's still gonna make you coins, so that is an option for sure. And of course, it does give you the option to convert those 80 to 81s that you can't get to sell for some reason into some actual value with these team builders. Or if you actually want to get one of these team builders, you can just snipe 80 to 81s and one 82 to 83 and then just make the card for cheaper. Like if I wanted to buy Devin Bush, instead of buying for 47,750 here, just make them for 42. So that's it. That's pretty much everything I had to say for the video. We're still up over 500K despite sniping some cards during this video. You can see my team is still 77 overall. I haven't bought anything. Most people are expecting the market to crash just a little bit with all the insane content we're getting this weekend with the Madden stuff. So I wanted to make sure I had liquid coins for that. We'll probably end up buying like some headliners and stuff. We won't be able to get any of the new fancy cards like Moss, but 500K starting out over early access, which is 3 days long. Pretty happy with that, and we'll be continuing to try to get our coins up and make a decent team in this No Money Spent series throughout the year. So if you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this helped you guys make some coins or taught you something new. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.